What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Before I start the video, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined my wife and I for a wife and husband live stream last night. We did a fun pack-filled live stream with Spyro and some horror games, which had amazing laughs and good screams. Go check it out if you haven't done so. Plus, I want to remind everybody, Pokemon Rip and Ship is happening right now officially on the channel. So if you are interested in getting yourself the brand new Mega Evolution set that drops Monday for pre-release, I will have 4 boxes and most likely some ETBs and some blister packs. So get yourself into the website, be linked in the description and of course in the comment section is pinned, and get yourself some Pokemon packs to open up. Plus I have a lot of other inventory that is sealed that I'm willing to actually sell and open as well too. So don't forget that, guys. That'll be part of the channel. Now, before we go on any further about what we're actually going to talk about in this video, I want to remind everybody content creator program is going on as well. It is going to be a good content creator week because we should be getting ourselves the 2,000 essence stones very soon, guys. So hit that support button, get yourself in. Right now we're giving out 30 free shadow traces plus some gold, and 2,000 essence stones is going to be on its way, plus more codes as well too. So click that support, guys. It's free and it's easy to get yourself some codes every single day if you are a new supporter. So don't forget to do that. All right, now that I got all that away, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Let's talk about the actual topic at hand. So first off, Alpha had told Zaf and I something that I forgot to mention because I thought, you know what, I'm gonna wait on the right moment, kind of get my thoughts together, because I remember this topic being brought up a long time ago. So let's kind of discuss what I'm referring to. If you go to your armory, this is what you'll normally see. Okay, guys, you guys will see, for most of you, 3 pages worth of things that you can upgrade, right? Well, before the armory had these 3 pages, it only had 1 page and then 2 pages. Actually, I think it was 2 pages. And then eventually they split these 2 pages up into 2 different slots. Hold my hands like this for a reason. So what used to happen is one slot would be this, and then a second slot was another icon that said coming soon. And back in the day, we had a leak that showed May. If you guys don't know who May is this girl over here, the crafting girl, had her glasses on, and she used to have this machine where she used to toss a weapon in there and it would convert a weapon and evolve it into a higher end weapon. So in this case, it would have been like the Kasaka Truth Daggers or the spear becoming the Truth Spear. So they actually scrapped that whole thing. We thought, hey, this is gone forever. It's never coming back. So forget about it, right? So that screen got removed completely and went back to the normal armory screen. And Bob was your uncle. Nobody thought anything else about it. But the whole purpose of that screen was to allow people to upgrade their weapons and evolve them. That was always the purpose of that screen. So it looks like weapon evolution is coming back now, according to rumors. Now we have a couple leaks that have come out in the past that we haven't kind of seen fulfilled, and I would say a couple things to look forward to. Number one is the pet system. If you guys remember what that was, there was somebody who introduced it through a leak, and they did actually talk about it in one of the live streams, saying it will eventually come. Is that we'll be able to have cards where you can summon pets to help battle in solo leveling Arise, which is to me kind of crazy because never thought I'd ever see the day where we have pets, but apparently in Ragnarok it's a very common thing. So they may be introducing some of the newer systems from the manhwa from Ragnarok into this game a little earlier than expected. So expect that eventually down the line. I'd probably say that's going to probably pop up somewhere in the new roadmap if we get one anytime soon, as something that happened in the start of 2026, maybe middle of 2026, right? So there's that to look forward to. But the weapon evolution is something that was leaked a long time ago, probably I'd say the first month of the game's release, and was just removed. Now, if it's anything like solo leveling Overdrive, which is of course coming out very soon, they may want to introduce it around the same time. In Overdrive, you collect material and you can evolve your weapons up to higher end versions of that weapon, right? So that could be something they can do. Now, I don't mind that. I think that's a great idea because it gives more flair to some of these weapons and gives us another goal to reach, right? I mean, at the end of the day, a gacha system is purely meant to evolve. Like if it stays stale, people get bored and they want to move on, right? And right now we're being introduced with 2 new weapons as well too. So it looks like they may be upping the banners for weapons as well, which is again, not the end of the world because you can pull them in 2 different places. But I will say this. One thing I have enjoyed about the game, and I'm not too worried about it, is the way the advancement systems have worked, right? If you look at anything that's mythical, right? So let's go to, I don't know, let's go to the runes, for example, right? If you look at the newer systems, when we had legendary runes as our primary form of damage, right? When they upgraded this to mythic, it really didn't make a huge impact, right? I'm talking about like a massive impact. It wasn't that big. So look, for example, 95/390%. If we go to the mythic version of this, I know I have it here somewhere on my free to play. 1 second. Here it is. 390 compared to 400, right? So I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right? Was it 390? Did I say 390? Was that correct? Yeah, 390 to 400. So again, not that big of a deal. I mean, there's other effects obviously that come into play, such as the percentage that goes up when you do more of it, right? When it adds up. So that part does help, obviously. And of course, the MP recovery is a little, I believe, is a little better as well too, if I recall. So I mean, you can tell here it's not huge, right? 200 versus 230, 275 versus 250. Again, it's not a big difference, right? So like, from legendary to this, it was still free to play enough where people would not be like, oh my god, this is pure pay to win now. I have no chance in hell because I don't have a mythic. If I have a legendary, hey, you know what? I can still compete. And I feel like the rune system has done a great job. Even with amplification, it hasn't been a very big upgrade from, you know, going amplifying from +1 to 3. Like, I mean, it's still noticeable if you're min-maxing and you're trying to get the highest score. So for example, if I wanted to get the highest score on POD, obviously I'm not gonna be able to do it in my free to play because I'm missing a lot of stuff. But hey, you know what? I can get first place on my server, and I get ranked 1,481 with my light team and my fire team. Now granted, my fire team doesn't even have Gina. I have to use Hansi Me to keep myself alive, which sucks. And then of course with my light team here, I don't have everyone maxed out, and I'm using shitty weapons. It is what it is. You know, we can still get about better score here. And I think at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get at is I'm not worried about weapon evolution, because a lot of people are worried about that weapon evolution becoming a pay to win option. I think the way they've handled the increments in like ranks have not been that bad. It's still very plausible to do almost everything with legendary skills, just like it's very plausible to do everything with weapons at level 100 versus 120, or, you know, getting rank 8, skill 8 versus skill 10. So I mean, like, there's a lot of good reasons to upgrade, but it's not like you have to upgrade in order to do well. So for those who are worried about the advancement system, I wouldn't worry too much about it, only because I feel like, just like when it went from 100 to 120, it was a good stat increase, but it wasn't like a make or break situation where you had no choice but to do that. I mean, I was level 100 weapons for a very long time. A lot of my good ones weren't upgraded. Hell, I think I upgraded Plum Sword first, and then Moon Shadow Daggers, and like all my other good stuff was all level 100, and I was still able to do really well in the game, score well in guild bosses, do well enough in POD to be ranked 1 and 2 as a free-to-play player on my server, etc. Right? So don't stress too much about it, guys. I think it's going to be okay, and I don't think it's too big of a deal coming up, because again, with the way it worked in the previous streams with weapon evolutions, all it did is it evolved it 1 rank higher, so the SRs became SSRs. Now I don't know if they're going to introduce a brand new ranking, like a brand new hierarchy rank for weapons, because if they do that, if we go from SSRs, let's say, to, I don't know, URs, right? Let's take one of their other games, for example, or LRs, I guess, another legendary version of this. Then you'd imagine that eventually will happen also with units. So that's units I'm a little bit more afraid of, because with, at least with weapons, Sunjanu's mostly getting buffs from weapons now and using his skills to do majority of the damage, right? So a lot of times, honestly, you're equipping weapons for their debuffs and their buffs, not necessarily for their damage. A couple of things, obviously, you know, kind of break that barrier. So for example, the stat does a really good job to do damage. DKD does a great job for damage. Hell, even the bow does a good job. But majority of these, the new water scythe, I guess, as well. But majority of these are really meant to power up his skills. So if weapons are going to be amplified and they're giving better effects overall, again, you're just going to be min-maxing and not really doing much else. So anyways, I just wanted to cover this topic, guys, because many of you guys have been like, Payne, how come we didn't talk about this? Well, number one, I just wanted to get my thoughts together about it. Number two, yes, I did hear about it like the day of. I just wanted to take my time and discuss it afterwards. And keep in mind, guys, the new WOBL is rumored to be fire and dark, and because it's not coming out this upcoming patch, it's coming out the next patch, that could change at any point. That could change at any point. And also the fact that we're supposed to be getting a Dark Breaker right after Song Hill Wad, that could also change as well too. So stay tuned, guys. The more information we get, the more I'll provide. But remember to hit that like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Give me your thoughts also in the comment section about what you think about weapon evolution, what your thoughts are on it, and if it scares you a little bit or if you're excited for it. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.